Hi, Beautycorns. My name is Shani, and I've been getting a lot of questions regarding, how I do my makeup in the morning and how I blend my colors. What do I do with my face, and basically, how I do everything. So everyone can do it. It's totally doable. It just takes a lot of practice. And I'll follow up with another video about how I do my skincare routine and stuff like that because it is super important to have a great prepped skin in order for the makeup to look good. If you don't prep your skin, it's not going to look as good. So, step number one, this is a new product that I got from Sephora, just a sample. It's awesome. It's great. It's called L'Or. Love it. It says it puts gold in your hair, in your face. I don't really know if it does that. But it is an awesome primer and it makes my makeup stay the entire day, which I love. So, let's start with that. So I squirt like 2 pumps of this all over my face. It smells so good. So good. Oh yeah. After that, or before that, it really doesn't matter. Again, these steps are steps I take. I don't know if these steps will pertain to you. If you like to do something different, that's fine. This is just how I do it. I'm going to put on some chapstick because I love such chap. All right. So these are the products I use now because they're my absolute favorite. Doesn't mean that they'll be your favorite. So after I prime up my skin, I am going to use this foundation. Okay, so secret is I was on Accutane for about 7 months. So I still have a few acne scars and stuff like that. But this helped me get through it. This is the holy grail. It is good for oily skin, combination skin, dry skin, you name it. I love this stuff. I swear by it. I probably have a million of these because I love them and I stock them up. I am so scared they're going to discontinue it. It is my favorite. Anyways, it's called Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation. I am a medium sand. And it says it lasts 12 hours. I agree. All right, so what I do with it is I just dab it onto my hand. I have no idea why I do it like this. I just really like it. And you guys are going to be like, what? When I tell you I put it on with my fingers. It is the best way to do this. So, as you can see, I'm just rubbing it in my face. I mean, this stuff is great. You just have to make sure you find the right color because the last thing you want is for your skin to be orange or, too light or too dark, and it's just, it sucks after that. And you don't want to put too much on your hand because then you end up with too much product on your face. And the good thing about it is it doesn't really cake. You can't really tell that you have foundation on. Like, there's a ton of foundation out there that's like, ew, you can totally tell you have a full face on. This stuff, not really, not so much. Awesome. It blends in, and I've used foundation brushes, I've used the sponge, I have used, you name it, I've used it to put on foundation, and I find that my fingers are the absolute best way to put foundation on. Seriously. All right, so that's what it looks like right now. Okay, that's just foundation. All right, so then you want to let that like sink in. So what I do is I grab, if I can find it, my concealer. I use NARS, and the color I use is custard. It's I use this like it's going out of style. I love, love, love this stuff. It's great. And then I just rub it in. And don't worry about, putting too much on. It's fine if you don't put enough on because you're going to follow up with it later. We'll see. Make sure to get that all up in there. All right. Next is Laura Mercier. Love this stuff. It is number 5. That's the one I use. It is foundation powder. Yes, sounds like I'm heavily packing on my face, but it works. It's pretty. It's nice. And I don't break out. And that's the best news. So I take this brush. I'm using the number Pro Featherweight Complexion Brush by Sephora, number 90. I'm sure there's other brushes out there, but this is the brush that I have been using for years now. And you just want to dab it onto your skin. You don't want to brush it on there because I feel like you get more product by dabbing it in. This stuff is great. You want to make sure you clean your makeup brushes. Beautycorns, I don't know how much to stress that it is so important to clean your brushes because they're so nasty. They have so much germs in it. It's like a sponge. You don't clean your sponge, it's disgusting. All right, so we're done with that. Now we're going to prime our eyes. Or we got to prime our eyes. If we don't prime our eyes, eyeshadow's not going to stick. I don't care what anyone says. So I use Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. I love this stuff. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. I don't know. But I love this stuff. It is great. It's just the original bottle. And I am soaking this the last bit. So you just want to dab it on your eyes like that. And just rub it in. It has like a beige tone to it, but then like it blends in. You can't really see anything after a while. It'll crease a little bit by the time you get the eyeshadow on, so you just want to make sure to just blend it in and then put the eyeshadow on top. But seriously, it's great. And if you don't have this, that's fine. Just use concealer. Same idea. All right, so after I do all of that, I use Anastasia Contour Kit. Guys, this is awesome. This is a lighter kit, but there is a darker kit as well, which works great. They both work good, just depends on what complexion you have. So what I take is this. So there's 3 colors at the top, and you can tell I love this one. I'm not really sure what the name of this one is, to be honest with you. I think it's, so this is Banana, I want to say. I'm not really sure. I think it's Vanilla, but I'm not really sure. Banana must be the middle one. I don't know, guys. In any case, count 1, 2, 3. It's the one on the right. So I like to put it with my finger for now, just to highlight the nose a little bit. And just highlight it like that. And then after I'm done with that, I will take sort of like a slanted, where is it? A slanted brush. See, this is just a Sephora kit that I got. It's great. And then I'll do like the bone area of the nose. Okay. And don't worry if it looks brown. It's supposed to look brown for now because we have to blend it in later. It's totally okay. You're probably going to look like you're going to a football game by the time you're done. If you don't, that means you didn't contour right. So it's okay, guys. Totally okay. See? You see that brown going on? It looks weird. But I promise it'll look good after. You just want to create like a highlight effect. See, the middle of the nose. And this is only because I want to make my nose thinner. If you guys don't need to make your nose thinner, you don't have to worry about this stuff at all. Seriously. Now I'm just highlighting the sides of it. Again, thinning my nose out. You know, if your nose isn't like mine, You probably don't need to thin it out so much. So then you want to do the same thing to your cheekbones, but this is only if you want a more defined cheekbone. So then I'm going to take the middle brown color here and I'm going to dab it with like a stippling brush. It's really a contour brush, but in any case, and I'm just going to suck in my cheekbones. And see this bone right here? That's where you're going to do it, but you don't want to press too hard. So, without pressing too hard, you want to take, again, this brown color and you go in like that, blending upward. Keep blending upward. And you want to do the temples or on your forehead and around your chin bones. Then, see how this is brown? It's the brown. You want to take these two colors and do the areas where you don't have brown. So all the in-betweens. Then you take your Tarte highlighter. This one is called Skin Twinkle Volume 2 Lighting Palette. And this is absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to take my fan brush, my Tarte fan brush, and I'm going to take the colors Skylight and Daylight and go over those areas where you made it white. And just highlight in those areas. And then for the smaller areas we can't reach, my fiance calls this the Tin Man. Yes, it looks silver, I know. It'll look fine once you blend it in. So now it looks like a Tin Man, and once you blend it in, it doesn't look like a Tin Man anymore. So you want to go in and blend all of this so you don't look like a Tin Man, because then you look crazy. Blend it all in. Okay, so we have that blended in. So then we take our Pro Airbrush Blush Brush number 54, and that's when we do blush. So I'm using two different ones. The Amazonian Tarte one, which is Color Party. And just gonna make a smile. Put on my smile right there. Then I'm going to take Laura Mercier Shimmer Pink Mosaic. This is great. This stuff is great. Very pretty pink, not too dark. Alright, so there you have it for now. Now we are going to do the eyebrows. And my favorite is the Anastasia Brow Wiz. The color I use is Taupe. So I kind of like to mark it, the ends first, and then fill it in. You don't want to make this too dark because you want them to look as natural as possible. You don't want to look excited, angry. But this one is great because I find that with the gel, or the powders, you don't get that much precision. There you go. Now, important to realize these are sisters, not twins. So if they don't look perfect, that's okay. All right, so now primer has already set in the eyes, so now we can do eyeshadow. So I am working with Tartelette and Bloom. Tarte, that's how I really love Tarte. And I'm going to take my blending brush, also Tarte. And I'm going to do just the outer crease. Now this, you're going to blend the crap out of this. So important to just blend, blend, blend. You don't blend, you have all these sharp areas, and it just looks crazy. Keep blending. Now do the same thing to the other side. And the color I'm using is Jet Setter. This one right here. Now, all the palettes that I'm using have really nice colors, but I just like to combine different ones. Alright, so now I'm going to take out the Natural Love palette, and this has a ton of really nice colors. So I am going to use Dear Diary and then Fairy Tale. And in order to do that, I'm going to use the other side of this brush. Looks like a flat eyeshadow brush. To use the Dear Diary, and I'm just going to place it right next to the crease right there. See? And then I'm going to use that Fairy Tale. It's my finger, so I feel like it just captures it so much better. It's very pigmented. And then lastly, I take Stella and Kitten and put it in the inner creases of my eyes. And with that, I just use my index finger. Right there. I do the same thing with the other finger. it looks like. And then you take your, find it, Pro domed crease, and you take one of like the darker colors. So I would take like a chocolate martini, or the spoiled is really pretty. This one right here. I'm going to put that right in here just to really define the crease. So we're just going to put it right there. And this is super pigmented. It'll go everywhere. So you just want to go in the crease like that. Yes, it looks super weird right now, but once we blend it in, I promise it'll look good. Alright, so we put that in there. Take our blending brush back out and just blend, blend, blend. To the other side, blend, blend, blend. Maybe if I'm here, you guys can see what I'm doing a little bit better. Blend, blend, blend. Yeah, it's really nicely blended in. That's what you want. Now, eyeliner. Alright, so this eyeliner is Lancome Le Crayon Kohl, and it's an ebony black. It's a small little sample I got, but if you know how to use it, it's really good. So try not to put it inside of the waterline because that'll just block up your tear ducts. So if you just put it like right underneath it, it looks much better and it won't block your tear ducts. And it won't close your eyes all the way, which eyeliner tends to do. See how that kind of bolded the eyes a little bit. Now I'm going to take my Kate Von D tattoo liner in Trooper. This is waterproof liquid eyeliner. I'm going to put it on the top, but I'm not going to start in the inner creases of the eyes. I'm actually going to do it only on the outer. If you wear fake lashes, you can actually do it all across because it won't really close in your eyes. But if you're not wearing fake lashes, I don't recommend it. Go. You don't want it too thick, you just want to wing it. Okay. Then, mascara. This is extremely important. So the two top mascaras that I use are Dior Addict It Lash, and the other one that I use is The Shock by Yves Saint Laurent. It is great. So I just like to layer, layer, layer in like a zigzag motion. Now, the thing I like about this mascara is it is gel based, so you won't get that nasty black smudging everywhere in the middle of the day where you're just like losing your mind. You're like, what in the world is going on with my makeup? Then you have to touch it up and you look like a hot mess, and it's just not a good look. And you do the bottom lashes, same idea. See? I just love this mascara. I think it's great. And it really makes your lashes stand out. And if you have long lashes like me, probably don't need to wear fake lashes, but we can do that in another video. Because fake lashes are always fun, especially if you want to pack on more makeup and really have your eyes stick out. But for a normal, work day or something, you don't really need the fake lashes or anything like that. Okay. So there go my eyes. And then I like to add more highlight. So I'm going to add a little more to my nose. My mouth. And then especially right underneath my eyes, right above my cheekbones. Just love, love, love the shimmer. Just so pretty. But you want to make sure to blend it because you don't want to look like some, yeah, we're unicorns, but we don't want to look like, that magical. All right. Remember I said we're going to use the concealer again? Here we go. So we're going to dab it like that. And this is where the fun part comes in, because now we get to clean up the eyeshadow. So you take a regular foundation brush and just pat the concealer gently into the skin. And then while you're doing that, it kind of is cleaning up the eyeshadow, so it creates this more defined eyeshadow look, kind of like the look of people when they take a piece of tape and pin it right there so that the eyeshadow creates this illusion of having a defined line, which you could totally do, but you could also create the same idea by using foundation, or in this case, concealer. So then we want to go back to our contour kit and pat down the banana and the vanilla color just to make sure that our concealer is sitting in there. And then once you're done with all of that, you go back to the shock, which we haven't used yet, and that's where we go over the eyes again, really making sure they are fluffy and sticking out. And we don't want spiderweb eyes, because that is nasty. But if that's the look you're looking for, you can do that with this too. It's totally fine. Not the look I'm looking for when I'm going to work, or if it's date night. So I always wonder why we have our mouth open when we're doing the mascara, and I think it's just because we're trying to make our skin tight so we can put it on. We're balancing our skin or something weird like that. I read it once. Of course, mascara gets all over the place, but this is the look. I hope you all enjoyed it, my fellow Beautycorns, and if you want any more advice, please feel free to comment on the bottom. Thanks. One more step. This is really important. This is the lip liner and lipstick. So I use MAC stripped down lip liner. And I'm just going to line our lips like that. Alright. And then the color I've been using forever is Flesh Pot. It's so important to put on chapstick before this because, as you can see, my lips are super chapped. Sucks. And if you don't like it this light, then I would suggest you use L'Oreal Fairest Nude, color 800. It's a nice color just to like add on top of it. It's really pretty. It gives it that rosy touch. And that's it. Thanks, guys.